All right, here's a couple of good log questions. Suppose the 1,000 is paid 7% compounded quarterly. That tells me I can use this formula. I over n to the nt. Find the function for the amount of money after t years. Oh, okay. So I plug in the 1,000 for the principal. 1 plus it. Pardon me. Interest rate is 0.07 over n is the number of compounding periods per year. So that'll be 4 to the 4 times t. So that would be the function that I could use to find any amount after any given year. It says graph the function in decimals or a graphing calculator. Determine how many years until you have 3,000. Okay, so you could do that in decimals, but we can also solve it. So they want 3,000 at the end, 1,000 to start, 1 plus 0.07 over 4 to the 4 times t. And I have to solve for t. So I need to isolate this little bit. So I'm going to divide both sides by 1,000. So I'll get 3 is equal to, I think when you divide this, I think you get 1.01. Let me think here. 7. 5, I think. I think it's about that. I guess I could do it on decimals. Why don't I do that? Let me pull up decimals. Put it over here somewhere. Okay. So 1 plus 0.07 divided by 4. Yeah, that's right. That yelling in the background is my wife chasing our grandkids. Okay, so now I have an exponential equation. To solve that, I can change it to log form. So it'll be log, the base is this thing, 1.0175 of 3 is equal to 4t. Then I can divide both sides by 4. So t is equal to log base 1.0175 of 3 divided by 4. So let's do that over here in decimals. Okay, so functions, I want log base 1.0175 of 3. Okay, close that bracket. Maybe close the top and divide it by 4. So I'm getting 15.831. So round it to whatever the question says. Now another thing you could do is you can graph this function. And so I'm going to put a y in for that, and I'll put an x in for the t. Okay, let me do that. So I'm going to go y is equal to 1,000 bracket 1 plus 0.07 divided by 4. Go over, hit a bracket to the, and here I think I have to put this in brackets, 4x. 4x there. So that should have created a graph for me. I can't see it. Probably because the initial thing's 1,000. Let me zoom out a bit. Oh, there's my graph right there. Okay, so there's the graph. And then if they say how long until you have 3,000, what you can do down here is type y equals 3,000. And then what you want to do is find out where that 3,000 line crosses my line. Oh, there, right there. So I tap on that. So it's going to be 15.831, and that's what I got doing it mathematically too. Lovely question. Okay, here's some logarithmic equations. So With this, what I want to do is I want to squish this part together. Since there's a minus sign there, that's a quotient law. So this would be log of 4 plus x over x minus 3 is equal to the log of 4. So that's the squishing. Then, if I have a log on this side and a log on this side, I can just drop the logs. That's called the property of logarithmic equality. So then I have 4 plus x over x minus 3 is equal to 4. So I'll multiply both sides by that denominator. So it'll cancel here. I'll have 4 plus x is equal to 4x minus 12. Then I'm going to subtract x on both sides. So I'll have 4 is equal to 3x minus 12. And then let's add 12 to each side. So I'll get 16 is equal to 3x. Divide both sides by 3. So x is 16 over 3. Dandy question. Okay, and then I was able to drop the logs because there was a log on both sides. One last one. And I like that you've given me different questions here. So this one, similar to the last one where I want to squish these, but on this side there's no log. So there's a different thing that I have to do. Okay, let me just rewrite the question. So log base 5 of x plus 4 plus different log base 5 of x minus 4 is equal to 3. So I can squish these using the product rule because that's a plus. So it'll be just 1 log base 5 of the product of x plus 4 times x minus 4 equals 3. Now, if you want, you can multiply that stuff inside. Not a bad idea. So x squared minus 4x plus 4x minus 16 is equal to 3. Now, at this point, like on the last question, but on this one, there's not a log on both sides. So what I need to do is just change its form to log, from log form to exponential form. So my base is here, so it'll be 5 to the exponents there by itself is equal to x squared minus 16. Okay, now I'll add 16 to both sides. So I'll have x squared is equal to, that's 125 plus 16, I think 141, is equal to x squared, and then square root both sides. So I'll get x is equal to a plus or minus square root of 141. Now, if I put a negative square root of 141 in there, that's going to produce a negative number there, and I can't take the log of negative. So I would toss the minus. So my answer would just be the square root of 141. Great questions. Keep them coming.